I never back down because I am a woman. As a modern woman, I often feel societal pressure to be perfect in every area: career, family, and personal relationships. The book The Women has become an invaluable source of inspiration in my quest for motivation. The stories in this book not only reflect the challenges women face, but also highlight their resilience and creativity in overcoming these challenges. Each page serves as a gentle reminder that no matter how difficult life gets, we always have the ability to find the inner strength to rise above. The way the characters in the book adjust their lifestyles and perspectives has encouraged me to reevaluate myself and my dreams. I have learned that motivation does not necessarily come from great successes. Sometimes it's simply about taking small but persistent steps on one's own path. The Women is not just a book, but a companion in the journey of self-discovery and personal growth. I feel that I have gained more self-confidence and the courage to continue pursuing my goals, whether big or small. Among the thousands of stories about the Vietnam War, how many have we heard about the women who chose to venture into that bomb-ridden land? They are not the soldiers honored on the front pages of newspapers, nor are they the main characters in grand war films. They are those who silently dedicated themselves, faced the brutality of the battlefield, and then returned with invisible scars. Women forgotten in a war that the world thought it knew all about. Kristen Hanna's The Women is a story about these women. The book not only sheds light on their sacrifice and courage, but also serves as a profound reminder of the war's ghosts they carry with them throughout their lives. This book does more than recount events. It unveils a rarely touched corner: the psychological and social wounds women bear when they return from war. For people like Frankie McGrath, the war doesn't end when the guns stop firing. It is just the beginning of another battle. Battle with oneself, with societal rejection, and with the ghosts of the past. Like a never-ending sorrowful song, The Women guides us into the dark depths, pain, and healing, from which we can find the light of hope and humanity. Let us enter this story to better understand the silent yet significant sacrifices of women who fought not only for freedom, but for their very souls. Kristen Hanna's The Women is an emotional and detailed historical fiction novel that delves into the experiences of women during the Vietnam War, a perspective often overlooked in war story. The novel tells the story of Frances "Frankie" McGrath, a young battlefield nurse from California, and her journey from war to peace, from personal struggle to self-discovery, in a society that does not accept what she has been through. Pre-Vietnam. The story begins with Frankie McGrath, a young woman raised in a traditional military family in California, where patriotism and family duty are the highest values. Frankie's family includes her parents and a brother who has served in the military, and they always considered participating in the war as a privilege and duty of men. However, Frankie, with her strong personality and unique courage, decides to break societal and family prejudices by joining the Vietnam War as a battlefield nurse. This decision caused astonishment and sometimes disapproval from her family and the surrounding society. On the battlefield in Vietnam, when Frankie arrives in Vietnam, she quickly confronts the harsh reality of war, a reality unlike any images she had imagined or seen on television. In the early days, Frankie feels fear, but gradually she learns to be tough and adapt to the harsh conditions. As a battlefield nurse, Frankie not only cares for injured soldiers, but also witnesses bloody scenes, death, and ongoing loss. It is in this context that she finds a new family among her female colleagues and the soldiers she cares for. These friendships help her maintain her spirit in a world full of chaos and despair. One of the highlights of the novel is how Kristen Hanna describes the formation of a strong sisterhood among the women in the war. Supporting characters like Frankie's close friends Ethel and Barb play a crucial role in building a comprehensive picture of solidarity and support among women in harsh circumstances. They are not just colleagues, but become family, helping each other through the challenges and crises brought by the war. Post-war and the journey to self-discovery. When the war ends, Frankie returns home with hopes of being welcomed as a hero, similar to how many male veterans are treated. However, she faces a harsh reality. Neither society nor her own family is ready to acknowledge her role and sacrifice. Frankie's family, with their rigid views and beliefs about women's roles, struggles to deal with the experiences and psychological trauma she brings back from the battlefield. A feeling of isolation and betrayal plunges Frankie into depression and a sense of disorientation. The story continues with Frankie's painful journey as she faces post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and the ghosts of the war. Unlike male heroes, Frankie does not receive support from her family or society. Instead, she must find her own way to heal and recover. In this process, Frankie begins to realize that she needs to forgive, both others and herself. She gradually learns to accept her painful experiences and use them as a source of strength to rebuild her life. Significant quotes from the women. One about loss and betrayal. Home wasn't just a place you lived, it was something you carried in your heart. For Frankie, that feeling of home was shattered, placed by a void so deep that no amount of tears could fill it. This quote reflects Frankie's emotional devastation when she returns from the war, where the concept of home has been completely erased. For her, nowhere feels like it did before, leaving her feeling utterly lost. 2. About courage and the decision to face fear. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward despite it. This is one of the most powerful lines in the book, emphasizing that true courage is when we dare to face and move forward despite knowing that danger and suffering await. 3. About sisterhood and solidarity in war. In the midst of chaos and destruction, we found each other. We built a sisterhood stronger than the bullets that flew around us. This quote highlights the solidarity among women in war. The bond and mutual support among them became the most important source of strength to endure seemingly unbearable circumstances. 4. About the healing process and facing the past. There are ghosts that live in your head long after the bombs have stopped falling, and they whisper to you in the dark of the night, reminding you that you are forever changed. The ghosts in this quote are not only the painful memories, but also the inner voices reminding Frankie that she has been forever altered. 5. About forgiveness and rebirth. To heal, you must be willing to forgive, not just the world for what it has done to you, but yourself for what you could not control. This is a meaningful message about forgiveness and self-acceptance. Frankie realizes that to continue living, she must let go of her pain and learn to forgive herself. Evaluation and significance. Kristen Hanna has crafted a story that is both historically rich and profoundly human about women in the Vietnam War. It is not just a war story, but a deep exploration of psychology, emotions, and human strength. The work has received acclaim for its authentic and moving character development and for exploring an aspect of war that is often overlooked. This book also serves as a powerful reminder that war is not just the story of men. It is the story of all who have fought, sacrificed, and dedicated themselves to an ideal, regardless of gender. Through The Women, Kristen Hanna successfully brings to light the overlooked experiences of women, challenging readers to rethink how we perceive and respect women's roles in history and society. The Women is not only suitable for those who enjoy historical fiction, but also for anyone interested in social issues, psychology, and the role of women in the harshest circumstances. The book will touch the hearts of many readers and provoke deeper reflection on sacrifice, courage, and human resilience. Thank you for watching the entire video. There are still many shortcomings, and we will strive to improve them as soon as possible. Support our channel by purchasing the book in the description below. Thank you.